I don't know if our chemistry will reach across the table, Thief.
Oh, it'll ooze.
Will it?
Yeah.
Is this the secret of the ooze?
It's one of them.
The problem, Shock, is only a very small amount of listeners will actually understand that reference.
I'm not entirely sure I've seen that movie.
You were well into your adulthood by the time that movie came out.
So depending on the year, my children probably saw that movie.
Maybe.
Okay.
If they saw the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they probably saw that one.
Hi, welcome to the age-focused podcast here at Gotham Press. I'm the oldest one in the room. If you add everyone else's ages together.
That's not even nearly close to being true.
That is not true at all.
He still feeds pizza to errant turtles on the street.
Wait,
just in case.
So is Shock Splinter?
He is Splinter.
He might be.
Or is he Shredder?
Ooh. I do have knives.
He does shred her.
I tear that bitch up.
Warning, this is an adult-oriented podcast about really perverse things like communication and consent. If you are under 18 and looking for answers to questions about sex or kink, please visit scarletteen.com. For the Dude Bro listeners, this is the nerdy shit. Fuck off!
From Bakersfield to Mount Olympus, Gotham Press talks naughty business. Sexual topics to explore your whoredom. Good if you're new or a kinky Yoda. Gotham Press Podcast. The dirty kinksters your parents warned you about.
That's shocking.
Thief, did you ask what a vagina was?
Yeah. Just out of curiosity.
It's apparently a sheath for a sword.
Oh. A vagina is a sheath for a sword.
Like I said.
That's the origin of the term.
It's a
the
Dybbuk.
Oxford definition.
It's a Dybbuk.
Wow. Interesting. Wasn't aware of that.
Which is why the language is evolving, so we don't refer to, the female reproductive anatomy as a vagina, but what we're usually exposed to is the vulva.
Please mansplain my parts to me more, sir, as you feed the turtles some pizza.
Feel free to chime in and agree.
Hey, listeners, welcome back to the Gotham Press
My
podcast.
labia high fives you.
Thank you for coming into our educational portion, I guess.
Especially if you're female and you're listening from the kitchen.
My sandwich can't make itself. Is that where you're going with that?
Whoa.
Wow. Ooh. Calm down, Miracle Whip.
Miracle Whip. Everything else is just mayonnaise.
He's so gross.
I am so lost as to what's happening.
I cannot with your Miracle Whip.
You notice that the other Derailicons are gone, and yet the derailing continues?
Yeah.
I already knew you were the lead Derailicon. I knew this already.
Optimus.
One day. So does this make you my ultimate nemesis? Why did you have the evil laugh already ready?
That was definitely an affirmative laugh.
I don't even know why you brought that up.
Everybody else does. Literally everybody else does.
There's a lovely pariah here. Hello, lovely.
Hi.
Hi, Shock.
Hello, Thief.
And I am Thief, and take it away, Captain.
About those Patreon supporters.
Yeah, about those Patreon supporters. Yeah, they're great. Yeah.
They have money.
Wow.
Yeah, that's staying in too.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Point.
No, not an edit point. Staying in, even all of this. What was I about to say? Oh, that's what I was going to say. Yes, our patrons at patreon.com/Gotham Press Podcast. The ones that help us out, that make it so that we are able to keep bringing this great and amazing content to you every month.
It's a fucking national treasure.
Oh, we're fucking national treasures
Yes.
No, the Patreons.
However you
now? Oh,
want
the
to take
patrons
that.
are fucking national treasures.
We might even bring Nick Cage into it.
We don't want to steal it.
What about Luke Cage?
Ooh.
How about the non-famous Hemsworth brother?
Wait,
Which one?
There's
He's
a
the
non-famous
doctor.
one?
Yeah, he's a doctor.
Steven.
Fucking Steven.
Stephen Strange?
Stephen Hemsworth.
Steve Hemsworth.
That would have been hilarious if Stephen Hemsworth played Stephen Strange.
It wouldn't have been hilarious because he's a doctor, he can't act.
But he did it as Stephen Baldwin.
Yes, he can. I'm sure he pretends to take women's pain seriously every day.
Ooh.
Wow. Wow, she's just mean today.
That's as painful as a supercut of Captain America staring at women's tits.
What?
Daggers staring daggers.
Staring daggers at women's teeth. Okay, man. We have other sponsors, I'm sure. First of all, thank you, patrons. We are really appreciative of you giving us money, even though we give you whatever this is.
Horse shit.
Don't say that.
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to say, I sometimes just like to blurt out words.
Are you, what's the disease where you do that?
Really?
Not
Tourette's?
Tourette's. Do you have Tourette's?
No.
He has an equine Tourette's.
He's an equine Tourette's. Okay, let's see what else we got. Other sponsors. JW Paddles. Shock, you have the most experience with JW Paddles.
Oh, if you would like a quality piece of artwork that you can also turn an ass red and happy with, JW Paddles.
Beautiful. Love it.
JW Paddles. They're paddlicious.
Paddlicious.
The finest paddle for your ass.
The finest paddle for your ass. Speaking of ass, man, Carmilla the First, one of the greatest asses on OnlyFans.
Yeah, that's not fucking wrong.
I'm aware. I'm well aware.
I'll be the judge of that.
You've seen her ass. You've seen it in real life.
Have I?
You have. You just don't realize who it is. That's okay. We'll talk to you after the
It's
recording.
Carmilla.
It is Carmilla.
Carmilla the First.
Carmilla the First.
The
Why?
one, the original,
Oh.
the first, the only.
What is buzzing? Does that
Somebody's phone
That wasn't
too
me.
close to a mic.
Yeah, it's over here now.
It was yours. Gotcha. All right.
Or it was an SOS
Ooh,
from some ghosts in the house.
somebody. Let's see here. Hey, Thief,
Yep.
you're a sponsor, aren't you?
No, I quit sponsoring stuff.
You quit sponsoring us?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we can't talk about floggers anymore.
I'm
on the
going to bring up
podcast.
his beautiful, well-made custom floggers. There's no reason to be
Oh,
doing
I
that
thought you
anymore.
meant
No.
sponsoring people, like on a personal, anonymous kind of way.
Like a halfway house kind of thing.
How many
Yeah.
orphans
Yeah.
were you sponsoring?
No, just a couple of drunks, but they went back to drinking, so I'm over that shit.
However many it takes to feed a party.
So, hey, Thief, you said something about floggers. You do those still, though, right?
I didn't say anything about floggers.
Do you still do floggers?
I have some available, yes.
You have some available.
I
Yeah.
understand he has the touch.
The
We
touch?
actually have stock in hand, ready to go.
Listeners,
They wouldn't even have to wait.
if
could
you
order.
know that you need a new flogger, and trust me, if you don't have a Thief's Touch flogger, you need a new flogger.
You need to be touched by Thief.
Is your bottom currently face down, ass up, and you realize you don't have a flogger? We have a solution for you.
Put pants on first.
You don't have to.
Maybe.
Only it depends on if they have to go outside to get here.
You know, this might be the greatest aspect of the internet. It doesn't require pants.
This is true. I mean, we're all pantsless here.
You're going to have to open the door.
You can open the door and stand behind it.
Not in my house. My side of the door.
This is true. This is true. You open the door to your backyard. No pants needed.
Listeners that are in an HOA, just take precautions.
Yeah, I've been seeing videos on TikTok about random people, random HOA members just basically breaking into houses. Like, what the hell is wrong with people?
That should be a whole other episode.
no.
It's a fucking racket. It's the new redlining.
I think we should start a revolution where people stand up and revolt against their HOAs violently
Why are you trying to incite violence?
because it's deserving.
It's what?
It's deserving.
Will you throw the first pitchfork?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll throw the first
Karen.
Molotov.
The first Molotov.
But not very far. He's got a shoulder thing.
That's true.
You don't even really have to throw anything. Just chuck some Stanley cups and
What did Chuck ever do
plaid
to you?
things and pumpkin spice lattes, and they'll just fucking go.
I can't afford that.
So, about Thief's Touch.
Yeah, about
Touch.
Thief's Touch. Hey, Thief, where can they get a hold of you to get some of your finally made floggers?
You can go to Thief's Touch on Instagram, FetLive, Etsy, any of the above.
Or you can come right here and get touched by Thief.
I think there's even a Facebook at this point.
Wow, you are getting everywhere there, Thief.
Yep.
Just touching all over the internet.
I'm holding out for LinkedIn.
Basically, though, if you're listening to this podcast, you're probably part of the community, either local as in Bakersfield or Fresno, Madera. So if that's the case, do not buy them on Etsy. Just send me a message on FET and we'll figure out a deal because you get a discount if you are a paid member of your local community.
All right, beautiful. Gotta love those discounts. And last on the list of our current sponsors, Steel Brat Pacis.
Steel Brat Pacis.
Steel Brat Pacis.
Steel?
Steel.
Sorry.
Yes, steel. Yes, perfect for your little's needs.
They're not made of steel, though.
They are not made of steel. They are custom-made passies, custom-made adult passies. Okay, make sure I'm specific in that, because every little needs one.
I was using them on my chickens. I'm glad you specified.
Why were you using them on your chickens?
Because they didn't specify.
I used them on my goats.
Nowhere in the instructions did it
Live,
say not to be
laugh.
used on chickens.
Toaster bath.
No toaster baths.
If only.
No. Listeners, we do not support toaster baths on this podcast.
You know it's problematic when she discovers that there's GCFI in the bathroom.
Oh.
So for those listening, the GCFI is going to be the little switch on the outlet when you plug in your hairdryer at certain times and the power goes out in your bathroom. You have to push those to reset the power, and that's the GCFI switch.
Still not as cool as a Pacis.
That's true.
Still not as cool as a Pacis.
Yep.
So, listeners, if you want to, see any of what we have for our sponsors, if you check our show notes, we have links to all of them.
Do you put the show notes in the FetLife, or do you list the podcast on the FetLife thing? If they have the audio option?
You know what? I need to start doing that.
Oh.
I did put our first episode up on there, like our very first episode.
Oh, wow.
But I want to start putting the backlog.
How'd you pull that off the VHS tape?
It wasn't on a VHS tape.
Sorry, cassette tape.
Mimeograph machine.
No.
Is that the round ones? The
Yes.
tubes? Wow.
Yes.
We're not that old. Oh, God, we're getting there, though. We're almost at 10. Oh, podcast is almost 10 years old.
Wow.
So remember, listeners,
next year.
if you have questions, if you want to leave comments, call
So-
Candy's Sweet Box, 805-303-1173.
And tell us all about how we're getting old sometimes.
Or just to cut to the fucking chase and do the podcast.
Exactly. Like, hey, shut the fuck up. Give us our kinky shit. Give us our nerdy shit. Give us our nerdy kinky shit.
That number, once again, 805-303-1173.
And if you are one of the people who skip to the actual content and don't listen to all of this pre-stuff, go ahead and leave a comment. Let us know.
If they skipped it, they wouldn't know.
Well,
Also, I just realized, Shock,
Yes.
you're keeping us on track. I'm so proud of you.
on track.
I'm not just an old wrinkled face, my friend. I have my uses.
Good times, good times. So I think Thief already skipped through the intros for who all's
I
here.
was trying to do them to get them done at the start so that people can start to associate voices with people.
Gotcha. So let's do this. Hey, Pariah,
Yeah.
can you say a couple of things?
A couple of things.
And now listeners know who Pariah is. Hey, Shock,
Yes, my friend.
can you say something amazing?
Hi, this is your old buddy Shock Doc with Shock Doc's tip of the day.
And Shock, that's your voice. Listeners, that's Shock's voice. Hey, Thief,
Yes.
can you say something really cool?
No.
And that is what we usually get from Thief.
Nothing cool ever.
The hottest obstinance in town.
Apparently, wow. Did anybody else pop just
Yes.
now?
Yeah,
Wow.
apparently.
Wow.
Can I complete my tip?
Yep.
Oh, please do.
Just
If they say just the tip, it's not going to be just the tip. That's my tip.
Your tip is not just the tip.
Just the tip.
Shock, you're amazing. Oh, and listeners, if you don't know my voice by now, you've not been listening long enough. This is Captain Miss Prime. All right.
Somewhere out there is a man sitting there going, when I say just the tip, I mean just the tip, until they beg for it so much that I have to give them more.
Oh. Yes.
No. Please keep going. Please keep going. We're all attentive now.
No, that's all you get. Just the tip.
That's
just the tip.
That's really mean.
It needs to be begged for in a tantric sort of way.
It's okay. You'll get more eventually, I'm sure. Let's see. Oh, guys, a movie came out, last week?
Yeah, the Flame On movie?
The Flame On movie, yes.
Oh.
Weekend at Bernie's, part 37.
We can
No, that's...
we're only up to
Never
part
mind.
37?
No, but we are in part 37 of Hotel Transylvania.
Ooh,
That's become a
I do
franchise.
not
Right.
say it.
So what?
I think Adam Sandler quit doing that too.
They're probably hiring a sound-alike.
Yeah, nobody even cared when he did.
So, out of curiosity, what was the big movie premiere last weekend?
The big movie premiere last weekend.
Twisters.
Yes, Twisters.
Yeah.
Twister.
That did come out too. But I was more so talking about the new Marvel movie.
Is it marvelous?
It was okay, I guess.
Wow.
I enjoyed it thoroughly. I even saw it twice.
That
We were talking about Deadpool and Wolverine. Listeners, at this point, I'm going to let you know there will be spoilers. Lots of spoilers.
There's already been spoilers.
Oh, yes, but if they've been somehow been avoiding it and didn't think they were going to get that on this Nerdy and Kinky podcast, I'm kicking them out of that thought process right now.
No, I mean on this podcast there's already been spoilers.
We do our best. All right, so Thief,
Yep.
favorite cameo.
Favorite cameo.
Favorite cameo.
Just
from the
getting
movie.
right into the spoilers.
Oh
huh?
yeah.
Sure. Okay. Got it.
Care to share with the rest of the class?
No, it's a secret.
Okay.
Send in 2 box tops with a stamped self-addressed envelope, and if you've guessed correctly, you'll be entered into a drawing for nothing.
What if I've got my Ovaltine decoder ring?
Oh.
Well, then that means he has to give you a code.
Give me the code.
But you don't. I give no mood rings
Give me the tip of the code.
because mood rings are how you die.
I'm sorry, the tip of the code?
Tip of the code. Just the tip of the code.
Here's a tip.
C3.
It's not much of a fucking code.
Drink your Ovaltine?
Drink more Ovaltine.
Your bones will turn to adamantium.
I don't think they turned to adamantium. They coded in adamantium.
Verbs.
No, adamantium is being discovered in Brave New World.
No, adamantium has already been discovered. They discovered it, and now they're trying to mine it. I think. I could be wrong.
That's awfully brave of them.
The movie's not out yet, so I have no idea.
Okay.
Don't mind me.
So what movie is out?
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, I thought it was Captain America: Brave New World.
That's not until next year.
Oh.
I thought it was Captimus Prime, Brave New Butt.
I'm not even going to dignify
Just
that
the
one with a
tip.
response.
That's valid.
Just the tip.
That's fair.
So, hey, Pariah, how did you enjoy the movie?
I enjoyed it quite a bit. I am here for the perspective of someone who can vaguely recall what happened in the last Marvel anything. So just the perspective of someone who went and saw it, loved it, and vaguely remembers things from other movies.
From other movies?
Yes.
I'm
just the tip of a nerd.
just the tip of a nerd.
I'm here for that.
You're here for just the tips. All the tips.
Yes.
Oh, my.
Actually, first thought that came to my mind was the opening scene and seeing what I think was a femur go up a TVA agent's ass. That was great.
Yeah. There was one femur.
No, it wasn't their ass. It was...
No, there was
There
an
was
ass.
an ass.
Yeah, and the other femur was the one that went into the crotch and slid down there.
Gotcha. Okay.
Beautiful.
So here's the funny thing. When I watched it that second time, I paid more attention to that part. And I didn't realize if you watch what he's sliding down, a little spurt of blood comes out of the tip of the femur.
Wow.
Sure does.
I was like, oh, wow, I really missed that the first time. And just like little things, and like when he went to go search for his Wolverine, when he finally found the one he ended up going with, he's like, hey, Hugh, it's okay.
I would love it if Disney got canceled over that movie.
What?
That would be amazing to me.
Do you not realize the juggernaut that Disney is?
Oh, no, I do. That's what I'm saying. It would be.
They've absorbed Hulu like I absorb cheeseburgers.
They absorbed Hulu?
Yes.
They always on Hulu, I thought.
But it's like fully like all of
Integrated
it.
with-
Everything
with
is
Disney
like
Plus,
fucking
yeah.
right there now.
Oh.
We got rid of the Hulus.
Don't they
It's
have the Disney
unnecessary.
Plus?
That's what it is. Hulu and Disney Plus are like the same now.
Oh.
So what I'm hearing is I should probably get rid of my Hulu subscription.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, that's kind of why I've kept it going. Like, I know I've seen it before where something will be owned by something else. You get part of it.
I just didn't want you to get rid of
It's
it because
all
I'm
of
on
it,
it.
baby. It's all of it.
Is it all of it?
It's all of it. So
Right. Well, then that just means you'll have to be on part of my Disney Plus then.
Damn it.
It's okay, Thief.
I don't want my name associated with that company. They're evil.
I just won't put your name on it.
Okay.
People are weird.
But then you'll have a 120-year copyright, so there's that advantage.
That's true.
But,
So,
I mean, they already have all my data, so.
right. So Shock, who was your favorite cameo?
I don't remember her name, but she's super fast. So there's a fight scene and you can see her zipping around and attacking people in an almost Quicksilver-like manner. She was one of the mutants from X-Men 3.
X3. Super fast.
Deathstrike?
Lady Deathstrike?
I don't.
No.
I
Lady
forget who-
Deathstrike was in X3. She was in.
A lovely African-American woman. She has a piercing through her lower lip and a lot of tattoos.
Okay.
So maybe X2. Maybe X2 and not X3.
I think you're right with X3, because she was with Magneto's people.
Yes.
I cannot think of her character name.
I don't think I ever knew who her character name was.
Because I'm not sure if she was an actual like in-universe comic character, or if she was made just for the movie. Because I know they did a couple just for that movie.
Well, when you see the big scene there in the, by the way, how long did it take for Giant Man's carcass to rot completely away? It doesn't usually require some kind of scavenger beetles and or other ants and other animals to eat the flesh away from the bones. It doesn't just rot.
We don't know what exists.
Hold on.
and-
Here's the thing: we don't know what Eliath does to Bai's corpse.
Well, Eliath removes things completely.
True.
In any event, so in that fight scene in the open arms of Giant Man, right?
Yes.
As they're all battling and you get a big overhead view, you can see her zip from one person to another.
I missed that. Now I'm gonna have to watch it a third time.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Now he's got a reason to go back.
So it was just a list of those characters from X2 that or X3 that somehow ended up in the void.
Yeah, because Fox just ended up in the void.
We were talking about the big twist, ladies and gentlemen, and I was a little disappointed because I recognized the hair and the hair color. So I wasn't.
What are we talking about?
We're moving back to the big reveal. Flame on.
Oh, yes.
Right,
Oh,
I've
yeah.
moved us back to that. So I was only slightly disappointed, and I looked at him and I went, "Oh, it looks like Johnny Storm."
Really?
And then when he began to cuss, I went, "Oh, okay. We're going to find out in a minute. This is actually Johnny Storm."
Oh, I had no clue.
I had zero clue.
I
How
was-
the fuck did you figure that out?
The
that
hair
quickly?
color. It was the haircut and the hair color. It was the same one from the movie.
See, I'm so far removed from Fantastic Four. Not that I didn't enjoy the movies, just it's been so long since I've seen them. That wasn't even a thought in my fucking head.
Yeah, well, it wasn't that all-American blonde thing that Steve Rogers had.
You know what?
so
You're right, and I didn't think about that.
that was, and they had his uniform hidden.
They did.
Right, so it's like, oh, well, the two just were the clue for me to go, oh, that's right, he played Johnny Storm.
But in the Wasteland, he may cover his uniform for safety.
I'm just telling you, those were the two clues that I picked up.
That's what he picked up on. Wow.
Nice.
I mean, the movie is fucking amazing and hilarious, and there's just a gazillion little zingers and what have you, but that was just the one where it was still funny.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was still funny watching Deadpool build up to that collapse of his fucking notion.
Well, I was going to say, what I enjoyed after the fact, like, after that reveal and after I finished the movie, I realized they slow rolled everybody into thinking that was Captain America.
Right.
Because when he's in the TVA, they show the Avengers. They show Captain America on, like, several screens.
Right.
And they're all just Cap. And then finally they show, Chris
Evans?
Evans, thank you.
yes.
I can't want to say Pine. I'm like, no, it's not Pine. Evans.
No.
Yeah, they show
That would
Chris.
have really been a twist. Go on.
Yes, that
Captain
would
Kirk.
They show Chris Evans, and so you've already been primed to, okay, it's Captain America. It's got to be Captain America.
Yeah.
And then it's like, when he had that flame, I was like, theater I was in just went wild.
Well, again, I recognized the hairdo.
Right.
And knew that wasn't the blonde color, right? So
That wasn't the right hair
those
for
things,
it.
and then saw that he had his uniform covered and blue arms, and I went, eh. And then when he began to cuss.
That was a real giggle right there. With the
okay,
cuss.
well, I'm going to see Johnny Storm in a minute.
Yeah, see, and I didn't even key in on that because I should have, because,
It's okay.
language.
We're gonna forgive you because that was the entire point of them doing it that way, was to give you that surprise.
Yeah, and I enjoyed it. It was a great surprise.
Especially because he did a superhero landing, too.
He did do the superhero landing. He didn't, like, fly down. He jumped down.
Yeah.
This movie's great. We really enjoy it.
I was frustrated by the fight scene
Frustrated.
because,
Wait,
all
wait,
right,
Which fight scene?
well, with Johnny Storm,
Okay.
right? So they're being surrounded, and everybody's got these mechanisms, and he can produce all this heat, and he's focusing it on pyro. And
No.
How long does it
That
take?
is not how that happened.
No?
No.
Go ahead.
See, Pyro can't create fire. He can only
No, I
manipulate
understand.
it.
I understand that he can manipulate fire.
So he was just pulling it away from Johnny.
So no matter what, because it looked like Johnny was solely focused on him. Like, I'm going to burn
No, he
your
was
ass, you
going up to
motherfucker.
do the 4 in the sky, is what they explained. Sean Levy, the director, explained. He was
okay.
going up to do the Fantastic Four symbol.
Right.
And then Pyro just like sucked all his fire away, and he just fell.
It's funny. I was talking to another nerdy friend of mine, and they're like, that shouldn't have happened. Pyro can't just suck all of his flames away because Johnny has infinite flames. I'm like, yeah, but in the context of the movie, he doesn't.
That part of it worked, except I thought he was just attacking Pyro.
Oh.
And for me, it's like, it's like the guys that keep shooting Godzilla with their rifles. And after a few minutes, like, dude, put the fucking rifle down. What are you doing?
This is doing nothing.
So that would also, though, even if that was the case, that would still be in character for Johnny Storm
to just get pissy and just keep trying. Yeah.
Like,
but I'd like, I can't attack you. I'll attack this car on the opposite side of the circle, and I'll just melt this motherfucker into a heap, right? And that was the part that I'm like, bad strategy, man. Bad, just really bad strategy.
yeah. I mean, he lost his head over it.
He lost more than his head.
And
That's true.
some internal organs, if I remember correctly.
No,
No,
all
he
the
got
internal
to- he
organs
got
are
to
still
keep
there.
all of
Oh,
the
they spilled
internal
out.
ones.
They don't know they spilled out.
They were all there in the heap for him. Let's see what
That was actually the twist that I didn't see coming.
which is a
Yeah, now he's just gone.
I would have so I can tell you my least favorite cameo was they didn't bring back Deadpool 2's version of what the hell? I totally just blanked on his name.
so we know it's a male
Cable?
character.
The big guy,
Cable,
Oh, Juggernaut.
Juggernaut. Yeah,
Right. Well, that Juggernaut didn't go to.
the Void. Yeah, they brought the
Void.
Juggernaut from the X-Men movies.
but
From
it wasn't.
X3.
It wasn't Jimmy or whatever
Yeah.
his name is.
Wasn't the same actor?
No,
No, it was a different actor.
Oh, okay.
Vinnie Jones played
Vinnie
the original.
It's been long enough. I couldn't tell.
Yeah. No, I keyed in on that. I mean, like, oh, they just probably couldn't get him back for the
Yeah.
role. But yeah, no, I got that.
Yeah, but I did find it fascinating that they had so many of the original actors from X3 and X2. They're recreating their characters. That was fun.
Even Toad
Yeah.
was the original actor.
Yeah, who's Ray Park?
Yeah,
Yep.
Or Ray Parker?
Yeah. I think it's Park.
There's a Park, yeah.
I believe it's Ray Park, and yeah,
he was the horny dude from Star Wars.
He was.
yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, he was Star Wars. Darth Maul.
Darth Maul.
Oh, that's it.
Damn it, why couldn't I think of that? Yeah, Darth
That's
Maul.
okay.
I
Because
have
it's been many years.
I have the coffee cup at home. So the Darth Maul coffee cup.
Does it have spines on it?
Yes.
Wow.
Shock likes his coffee dangerously.
Oh, I have a photo on FetLife, and it's Captain America coffee cup in amongst a series of other coffee cups. And the joke is, before I get started, does anybody want to get off?
Yes. That's still a great line.
That's a great movie. And it is an amazing scene.
So Deadpool does not have superhuman strength.
He does not.
He only has the healing,
Correct.
and the skills he learned is like,
As a mercenary.
yeah.
Well, he has to have something else. Because, in the original Wolverine movie, when they bring out the terrible Deadpool, right?
Oh, X11 or whatever.
Yeah. So in the early scenes where we see him in the elevator, and he walks out to machine gun fire, and he's slicing all the bullets in half
Right, with this
with
his,
superhuman speed and accuracy.
the twisty sword, yeah.
That's very mutant territory, in my opinion. Before they started the,
Yeah, but that wasn't
not canon.
not Deadpool.
Well, yeah, but it's the guy they turned into Deadpool for the movie,
Yeah,
and
but-
he comes out with this. There's no way. 15 rounds would go through your body before you could move the blade from point to point. So you can't just slice machine gun fire up in midair. So
Perhaps that's the expertise he brings in from Carmax.
from Carmax, yes.
Drive Max.
Thanks,
Drive
sorry.
Max.
My bad.
They couldn't get an okay from Carmax on that one.
Nope.
Fuckers.
I was watching something on YouTube and they were talking about like they like everything they made a parody of, they went out to like the actual things to say, hey, can we use you in our movie? And so many are like, no.
I don't understand why you would say no to that.
Because it would cheapen their brand or whatever.
Oh, yeah. We're going to cheapen
Yes,
CarMax's
because
brand.
When I think of luxury, I think of fucking CarMax.
That or a matter of they were asking for way too much for it. So, but even though they have Disney money behind it,
Yeah.
but of course Disney. That's why Disney has all their money.
Oh, that I see. Okay, so CarMax could have been like, sure, we'll do it for we'll let you do it for $20 million.
Yeah, something like that.
No,
And
no,
Disney
no,
was
no,
like,
no. We're paying you
no.
an exposure.
Yeah. That's what they should have done.
Yeah.
It's the Disney bump, you bitch.
Oh man.
Our Disney bumps. Our
Did
lovely
everybody-
Disney bumps.
Did everybody key in on the Stan Lee cameo?
I did
On
not.
the bus.
You didn't get it, Shock?
No.
So when they're fighting on the bus,
Right.
on the side there's a ad for it, Stanley Steamers, and it's got Stan Lee's picture on the side.
Oh, yeah, actually, no, I did see that.
Okay, so
I
you did see
yeah,
that.
yeah, I did see that picture of Stanley. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I take it back.
Yeah, there's that, and then on the back of the bus, like they show an ad that was for, I guess, one of the artists, but I didn't recognize the name. One of the videos, I was like, oh yeah, that's what this is for. I'm like, oh, things I didn't know.
Oh, Lifefield's feet.
No, that was the
store?
store. That was the store. That I caught. No, it was a Raimundo's something on the back of the bus.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't have known.
Yeah, I had zero clue, but so I was like, oh yeah.
You know
that's
what I
that's
kept
for.
focusing on?
What?
How is that little mom and pop shoe store staying open? I mean, who the fuck's buying mom and pop shoes?
It's a community gathering.
Yes. Here's the question, Shop. Do you understand what the joke was there?
No, I'm getting that it's a reference back to somebody in the production, I assume.
No, not in the production.
Or one of the original comic artists.
Yeah,
Artist,
yeah.
Rob Liefeld. He notoriously
Fucked shoes.
Yeah, he has a huge foot fetish. Go on.
cannot draw feet.
Oh, that was the guy that always drove from the ankles up.
Yeah, or if he drew feet, they were like squares.
Oh my God! Wasn't he also the guy with the giant shoulder pads?
Yes, giant-
Yes,
Feet
yes.
are hard.
Yes,
Feet are hard to draw.
Feet are hard to
Yes.
draw.
So are hands. And
Feet
they're
are-
just bottom hands.
feet and hands are hard.
Yeah, but the feet were
Bottom
almost
hands.
always out of the frame. Always out of the frame.
All out of the frame, and the pouches, and the big shoulders, and the big guns. That was him.
Gotta have ammo pouches, man. Ammo pouches everywhere for people that never reload.
So is that where Deadpool got all of his?
Pouches?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Because I know that was a big thing where he would just have random shit in his pouches. Which
Him and Cable.
I love the way they did that in the first Deadpool movie.
Oh,
where
yeah.
He just grabbed the brochure and put it in like a pouch. Like, I'll need that later.
Random pouch. Yep.
Well, he's the reason Cable looks like he does.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's basically Marvel's version of Dora's backpack, or maybe Dora stole from them.
Dora probably stole from
Yeah,
them.
pretty much. Fuck that bitch.
I saw.
Wow.
I hate her.
She got a monkey and an ammo pouch.
Hold on, guys. Pariah,
Yeah.
please tell us why do you have this hatred of Dora?
She's so annoying. Fucking pick me ass bitch.
Wow.
And then her backpack has the gall to sing at me.
This is a hot take that I've never heard before.
She's condescending.
Isn't she trying to teach the youth?
Fuck that.
Isn't it the same thing?
You can do it without being condescending.
Isn't it the same thing that what's his name did?
Don't you dare
No,
say Steve.
don't do it.
Oh,
Blues.
Steve
Don't
is
do
my
it.
man.
Don't do it.
I love me some
Coming at
Steve.
you with Blues Clues.
my bad. I didn't realize.
Have we jumped subjects?
I think we did just a little bit. I wasn't intending to get into a.
My favorite cameo from Deadpool and Wolverine was Carmen Sandiego. They finally answered that question of where in the world.
So just because you brought that up, I saw something online the other day. It was
Derailed.
yes, thank you. You're welcome. Carmen Sandiego and Waldo had a baby, and then as the doctors are bringing in the baby,
No one could find it.
no one could find the baby. It's like, these are just sheets. Where's the baby at? And they're like both sitting there, just like kind of proud but kind of scared at the same time.
Perhaps that's where the medical term phantom pregnancy came from.
Wow.
Wow, that's not what I was expecting at all.
The Phantom. Great movie.
2040?
No.
2040.
Phantom 2040.
Okay, you didn't. Billy Zane.
Yeah, no, I know what you were talking
Right,
about.
okay, yeah.
I was saying 2040 is a joke. Yeah, Yeah, there's the Phantom, which is Billy Zane, and there's also the Phantom 2040, which is like the futuristic version of that.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
I may be a little bit nerdy.
Kind of like the
And I'm a little bit rock and roll.
What were you saying, Thief?
nothing.
No,
I'm a little bit here.
just a little bit here.
I'm a little bit gone.
All right, so here's the thing. Who did you... Which cameo was one that surprised the fuck out of you? Because I know a lot of them had leaked already.
That's my thing. I see a trailer and go, oh, fuck, I'm going to see that movie. I stop watching the trailer.
I do the same thing.
No, I'm going, period. That's all there is to
Yeah.
it. No need to know anymore.
My husband slapped the remote out of my fucking hand.
Yeah.
What?
So
I told the Google to turn the TV off.
back to
He's
the
abusive like that. It's fine.
the mutants, the entire cast of the mutants from the original movies, using the original actors.
Yes.
Yeah. That was all. Those are all complete fucking surprise to me. And I also wasn't familiar with all of the alternate Deadpools that we got to see, so those were all a surprise.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, some of those only existed for the movie.
I'm assuming so,
Like-
yeah.
like
But some of
there's-
them had to have been other
Yeah.
versions
Like,
of Deadpool.
like
yeah.
Headpool is a thing in the Marvel Zombies.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay.
Blah, blah, blah. I think Cowboy Deadpool was an actual one as well.
I'm assuming female Deadpool.
Oh, yeah, Lady Deadpool.
Lady
The
Deadpool.
dog.
Oh, yeah.
Dogpool.
Dogpool is actually one.
It's a Chinese crested, right?
I have an
Like a
amazing friend, a former submissive of mine. I'm going to go scoop Dogpool up and take her right to her apartment.
You're gonna have to find
Yeah, I know.
Deadpool for that.
I know.
Yeah.
That's okay. I got a decent punch.
I mean, hopefully,
What's he get a stand up to a good punch? Come on.
if you're going against Nice Pool, you'll be fine.
Nice Pool. Poor Nice Pool.
Not poor Nice
Wait,
Pool.
actually,
Anybody with a ponytail like that deserves everything that he got.
I saw it coming. I could see the bus coming down Fifth Avenue. But the bit where he goes, so how long does it take you to regenerate? And he goes, regenerate?
See, I
It
thought
still fucking cracked me up.
our Deadpool was gonna kill him long before
That
he
happened?
died. Yeah, like when he was standing there with the dog, and he's like, "No, that's mine." I was just waiting for him to just cut him in half or something.
Well, the minute he picked up Cute Pool, what did he call him? Van Wilder, the Van Wilder joke.
Oh,
the proposal.
not that part, but I know what you're talking about.
But in any event, the minute he picked him up to use him as a human shield, I went, "Oh, that Deadpool doesn't regenerate."
So here's
You're going to make it. Say it with me.
I'm gonna say it louder. I'm gonna.
By the way, folks, right now, get up off your recliners, get out of your office chair, take your mama's titty out of your mouth, get your ass down and see this movie.
Take your mama's titty with you, though.
Yeah, you're going to get thirsty.
Yep.
It's a lot of electrolytes.
Okay,
2
so
hours
for
and
those
7
of you that
minutes.
know I'm into nursing, come see me later. Go on.
Oh my!
I'm sorry, you
I had-
continue. Deadpool.
No, well you.
What about all the Wolverines?
You mean comic accurate?
Yes.
Short King Wolverine.
Well, and the dimension of the giant X and Wolverine is just in a world full of skulls and agony.
Well, and
I
that-
thought, well, that must have been a hell of a fucking cover on that comic book.
And that's the thing,
for
that-
them to recreate it fucking detail for detail.
Oh yeah, because that was like one of the most
Yes.
iconic
Yes.
covers for Wolverine, and that was actually the Reavers who were in Logan. In comic, the Reavers were the ones that put him up like that. So obviously, in the MCU, Reavers weren't there for that.
Gotcha.
Well, let's see. They had Age of Apocalypse Wolverine with his arm cut off.
Okay.
I don't remember that.
That was the one where he was in the alleyway on the back wall, and
Oh, okay.
the stump. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even catch the stump thing.
I didn't know. As soon as it showed, I knew exactly what it was. I keyed in for that.
I was looking at faces during that whole montage thing, trying to figure out if they had different actors for all the different Wolverine. Because
No, they only had one different one.
Yeah, but that was the big thing going into it. Was like everybody was trying to figure out like, Daniel, whatever, the Harry Potter kid or whatever, Radcliffe is going to play one of them, and yeah.
What? I didn't
Heathcliff.
even hear it.
Oh yeah,
Daniel
there was
Heathcliff.
a bunch of like random.
This is what I get for not listening to anything
Right.
ahead of time.
And so I was concentrating on the faces and wasn't really paying attention to much else.
Yeah, no. So the arm being cut off, Cyclops did that. So Cyclops and Wolverine got into a fight in the Age of Apocalypse timeline. Mm-hmm. Wolverine took out one of his eyes, and Cyclops took out one of his arms, one of his hands.
Possible it was Wilford Brimley and the diabetes.
So
It was not Wilford Brimley. nor
wouldn't
Dice.
the arm grow back
You would think that it should have, but it
with
didn't.
bone claws instead of the adamantium?
Especially considering that there is a storyline from the comics where somebody has him captured and they have him in a well inside a building and they pay a guy to shoot him with a 30 caliber fucking machine gun all day and then wait for him to regenerate and do it again the next day. The story is about the character who checks into work, clocks on, gets in the fucking machine gun nest and starts shooting Wolverine up to torture him, knowing that he'll regenerate. So they're basically just blowing him into smithereens every morning.
That
8
was
to
one
5 with
I
a 30-minute
never
lunch.
heard of. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
wonder if they had PTO.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I never read the Age of Apocalypse story. I just know that for whatever reason, his hand did not grow back, so they put that little metal stump on it.
Okay.
But here's the thing: his claws are still there. His claws will still go out. He just doesn't have the hand, so that's why he's got the stump where the claws will come out through that stump.
That doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Welcome to comic books, sir.
So if you're going to move apartments, you don't want to call them up to give you a hand.
Because they'll give you a stump.
Especially if you're using styrofoam ice chest.
And just the tip.
We call him his shings.
No, but here's the thing: if you want just the tip, you just get to the Wolverine he chose initially. He just had whiskey dick of the claws.
I have one gripe about the movie, by the way.
Only one?
One that's sticking out to me at this moment.
Was it the cost?
No, it's when they're both in the car and Deadpool's doing the Spider-Man stuff, but
the
he's
thwip,
not
thwip.
saying thwip thwip. He's making some other sound.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me, I definitely keyed in on that.
The wrong onomatopoeia.
It was. And it hurt me inside for some reason. I don't really know why.
I bet there's a German word that is precisely the anger you feel when you hear the wrong onomatopoeia.
Und keiner Eihorn.
So hot.
That means with onions.
Yes.
Or with no onions. I can't remember which one.
Grilled and ungrilled
No,
simultaneously.
No grilled in it. It wouldn't be grilled either because it's a recipe for brownies.
Void onions.
Wait, why would you need onions and brownies?
Oh, eggs. You're right. It's eggs. Not onions at all.
Thief, are you okay?
He's thinking
No.
of Fertitties.
No, it was a Tool song where they play this mean-sounding music, and
Hey, let's go out for
they just
titties.
have this German guy speaking German like he's a Nazi. He's like, "Und keiner Eihorn." You just hear like a crowd roar, and you're listening to it going, "Fuck, what is this Nazi shit?" And then you look at the lyrics, and it's this guy just reading a recipe for brownies in angry German.
That is great.
They're forceful bakers.
Yeah.
The only German is the only language where every sentence sounds like "fuck you."
Or ridiculously, unnervingly upbeat and happy. Like they're
What?
99.
Yeah.
Und Luftballon.
Okay. Well, I was going to bring us back
For
to the movie
90
for something.
more years.
what
90 more, yeah.
the movie's only 2 hours and 7 minutes. We've been on this for like 4.
Well, it's another 90 years.
Yes. Oh, that's what I was going to say. So, who I did not expect was Channing Tatum.
Nobody expected Channing Tatum.
Nobody expected that.
Nor did we recognize him.
You didn't recognize
Did
him?
not recognize Channing Tatum.
How did you not recognize? Wait,
I did only because I knew the whole Gambit backstory thing.
Oh, shit. That was him.
apparently she didn't recognize him either.
Okay.
I loved him.
Yes.
That movie.
That was Channing Tatum.
He was so ridiculous.
Yes.
The
mumbling.
mumbling.
So
yeah.
good.
He wasn't mumbling.
It was Creole, yeah, no, it was
the
Cajun
Creole
Creole
nonsense stumbling
yeah.
out of his mouth.
It was
Like,
great. Well
what?
done.
Yeah.
Chef's kiss.
I can't wait to see it with closed captioning so I know what the fuck he said.
So you mean like how Deadpool was like, what are you talking about?
Exactly. Yeah.
It did make me want to fuck him a little.
Here's the thing.
A
Do you
little.
know?
Little bit.
Do you know why he was mumbling and why he was doing all that?
Because it's a Waterboy sequel.
No, I was asking her too.
Why are you putting me on the spot?
I was asking if you knew or not. That's all.
No, I was just thinking about parts of me
Parts of you knowing him.
and parts of him.
Parts that he could charge for you.
Well, you think about that while I explain to the listeners what was
Do
going on.
that.
So, for anybody that's not in the know, Channing Tatum was supposed to play Gambit like a decade ago.
Right.
And he got signed on for it. And he almost was going to be in what was the X-Men movie? No, it was one of the Wolverine movies.
Well, there was only one Wolverine movie.
Origins.
Yeah,
Was it Origin?
X-Men
Origins,
Wolverine Origin or Origin Wolverine or whatever.
Yeah, no,
X-Men First Wolverine.
Whichever one Gambit was in, he was supposed to play in that one. They cast somebody else to do it.
They cast Taylor Kirsch, and they should have because he nailed it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is Wolverine Origins.
Origins. Okay, it's been a long time since I've seen it. So they cast him, but they still had Channing Tatum contractually obligated to do a Gambit movie. But it kept changing directors and kept losing funding.
It was in Hollywood hell.
It was basically in
purgatory.
It developed
and then
purgatory for years and years and years, and then finally everybody's just like, "This is just not going to happen because it's 10 years down the line now."
When the
I guess it was
buyout
a bad Gambit.
when the buyout happened is when he finally just said, "Okay, this isn't happening."
Yeah, and then Ryan Reynolds came up and like, "Hey, got something for you."
Well, that does explain part of his speech where he's going on about, I thought I was going to be doing this, but then I didn't do that.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe I was just always here because
I knew
his
he was
movie-
associated. I mean, I didn't recognize that's who it was while I was watching the movie.
Right.
I knew Channing Tatum was associated with Gambit, but didn't know the full backstory.
Yeah, that's why he kept saying like, well, maybe we're just always born here, or we just always exist here because his never occurred.
It was never, it was never, his movie was never made.
They should have added a Deadpool line to that movie. Where they said, "Oh, I'm sorry about your luck in '97."
I think they should just make the Gambit movie like just a softcore stripper movie.
Like a Magic
Gambit,
Mike.
Yeah, I'd watch that a lot.
I think that Pariah may enjoy Channing Tatum just a little bit.
Lounge.
No, I'm not. It's not even. It's him as someone else. I don't give a fuck about him.
Just lay back on the bed and just watch that scene in a loop.
And don't be yourself, Channing. Whatever you do.
Shh, don't talk. You're ruining this.
Wait, who was John Cena? Who did he play in the movie?
In Deadpool and Wolverine,
Yeah.
John Cena wasn't in it.
Oh, you just didn't see him. You just didn't see him.
Invisible Man?
Couldn't see him.
The Watcher? He played the Watcher.
John Cena.
Thief, are you just fucking with us?
Yes.
I was like, John Cena was not in that movie. I was like, was he in the Deadpool Corps? I don't think he was in any of the Deadpool Corps.
No, but the cool story about that is like there's so many pictures coming out on like Twitter and social medias of like the random people that were in those costumes.
Yeah.
One was Tom Holland's brother.
I heard about
play
that.
one.
Yeah.
Like that was just, and then there's like the cameo ones that that are the big like
The ones that actually have
names.
speaking roles.
Yeah.
Speaking of speaking roles, I love how he still fucked with old boy. No speaking roles for you.
Oh yeah. What was his name?
Oh, Buck. I think.
Buck. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, and Buck. That's my thoughts on world peace and all this stuff. It's like, and Buck's was like, no speaking roles. And then Buck, there was a version of Buck in The Void as well. And I thought he was going to say something, but no, still no speaking lines. I think the only speaking line he had was when somebody said something before he was about to blow out his birthday cake. And then Ryan was like, are you ad-libbing?
Right. What did Wolverine stopped somebody too and said, "Hey, we don't have not everybody gets monologue."
Oh, that was a Pyro.
Oh, okay.
That was Pyro after he shot up what's her face.
That's right.
So I just punched him out like not everybody gets it.
I will say that the fight scenes between Deadpool and Wolverine were probably my favorite parts.
Oh yeah, they're really
Like they were. I loved just the way they happened.
Oh, one of those little blink and you'll miss it things in The Void. So when Wolverine initially walks up on Deadpool, Deadpool's laying on the ground. There's a
yes.
First of all, there's a comic over on the side, but
To
that's
the
not
left.
what.
To the left.
To the left, but that's not what I'm talking about. On top of the comic is a bottle of green liquid. That's supposed to be one of those bottles from the original Hulk movie that Bruce Banner cut himself. And
the soda bottle.
Yeah, the soda bottle. Yeah,
that wasn't.
With
No,
Edward
that was
Norton.
the second one. That was the
second one. Yeah,
the Norton movie.
yeah. He cut himself,
Which is a good movie.
Yeah, and that was supposed to be one of those bottles that just ended up in the void. There.
It's the off-brand South American soda pop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Was he in Brazil?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in Brazil. Yeah.
So I remember they were speaking Portuguese.
Yeah. So yeah, just one of those little things. Like I didn't even key on somebody. It's like one of the videos I watched after that. Like, hey, here's what you mispointed. I'm like, oh, I would not have even.
I didn't even catch the comic in the moment until I watched one of those videos. It was like explaining Easter eggs and stuff, and I was like, oh shit. And did you see what comic it was though?
Oh yeah, no, I know what comic it is.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do we want to talk about that at all?
go for it.
Secret Wars?
Secret Wars.
It's coming.
Yeah, because Marvel's talking about that's going to be a thing.
Did anybody else notice how many pyramids were there
No.
in the background? There's, the pyramids of Giza, except
Right.
there's like 25 of them.
Oh wow. A lot of
There's
pyramids
a ton
got
of fucking
pruned.
pyramids in the background. Yes.
I did not pay attention to that.
Control C.
Yes, copy paste it all around. That's what I was gonna say. Blade.
Oh my
Blade.
God, that was great.
Fucking Blade.
First work he's had since Blade 2.
No.
That is not true.
I know.
And then what was it?
He was in a great Netflix movie with Eddie Murphy. I can't remember which one it was though. It was when like Eddie Murphy started doing adult movies again.
I'm not sure.
It was a great movie. I just can't remember the name of it.
You're not talking about Coming to America, the second one?
No, it was before that.
What was I gonna say? I did like the fact that they kind of poke fun at. I thought you weren't doing this anymore. I thought you weren't either. It's like I don't like you. I never liked you. I know.
Yeah, because they apparently didn't get along in the
Blade
3
3
Trinity.
Yeah, they did not. They 100% did not. And then the line about you're to Elektra.
Oh, that's right. Ryan Reynolds was in Trinity, wasn't he?
He was, yeah.
I forgot
And
about
his
that.
character, Hannibal King, was more like Deadpool than Wade Wilson was in
Wolverine.
Yeah, Wolverine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. Period.
Yeah, he really is.
What was I say? Oh, that's what I was say. When they talked about Elektra and how, your poor Daredevil, like, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, Daredevil died.
Yeah. Because,
She's like, it's fine.
and that's the thing, because if you didn't know the backstory of the two, her and Ben Affleck getting married and then divorced,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like, that's kind of mean. It's like,
Yeah.
no,
He got divorced from her to go be miserable with his first wife.
that's mean.
Just any picture you see of them together, he's not a happy man.
No, he's not.
Oh, my level of education on that was my husband showing me the original Deadpool movie, where he like showed up in the Fox one, I think forever ago, and the character was way different.
Oh, that's the Wolverine Origins
Yeah,
movie.
so
Okay.
and I really disliked that, and he was like, "Yeah, everyone did."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he was like,
everyone.
and they kind of just guerrilla'd
they
Deadpool
just
into this.
shit
They were
the
like,
bed completely.
well, no, he said for going forward with the character being portrayed as he is now, that they weren't really greenlighting that, and they just did it, and everyone loved it, and they were like, "Fuck you," and I was very happy about that. Other useless information.
It's historically one of the stupidest decisions in comic book movies. We're going to have a Deadpool, but he's going to have his mouth showed up so he can't talk. So what?
That was like, because when I first saw that movie, I think I actually saw it in theaters. I was like, okay, what the fuck is this?
Right.
And then he's like, I finally shut you. I was like, here's the thing. I didn't even stay till the after credits for that. Like, I didn't even know there was an after credits like months later because I was just that disappointed in that movie.
I did the same thing to Sleepless in Seattle.
I don't think there was an after credits for Sleepless in Seattle. Also, you were disappointed in Sleepless in Seattle?
It was terrible.
There are many terrible movies of the 90s.
Yeah.
I did say to the credits of You Got Nails, the fisting movie. The end scene at the credits was
I
great.
really hope they were clean.
I'm sorry. You said you got nails?
You Got Nails. Yeah, it's the fisting movie.
I have no idea what we're even talking about now.
Very special manicure that needs to be done
It's
before
just
that
a
movie.
series of bad puns. Keep going.
Are you sure, Shaw?
At this point, how much worse could this get?
Do not tempt fate,
Give
Shaw.
me some space.
Do not
Let
tempt
me cook.
fate. Okay, all right.
Quick, let's have what's his name sew her mouth shut. Quick.
Okay, we've been
Striker.
Strike it.
Striker. Yeah, we've been on Deadpool for almost an hour now. Let's any final thoughts on Deadpool specifically?
I think we've given everybody all the spoilers.
Okay.
So
don't
real
think we've
quick,
missed-
now
oh.
that you've come to this point in the podcast,
Happy-
please go out and see the movie
Peter.
and know all the twists on it.
Yeah, Happy Hogan's in the movie as well. Just
He is.
throw that out there.
His dye job.
And the date that they showed was important.
His dye job.
It was
I couldn't stop staring at the top of his head. His dye job. There is a.
You sounded like Ursula. You're very upset.
There is something I was explaining to somebody the other day, and that was one of the perfect examples. That one thing that high definition television and movies has fucked up for male actors is letting them get away with dyeing their hair. Mm-hmm. Because you can glance at somebody in high def and go, "Oh, that motherfucker's dyeing his hair. That is not his natural color."
Yeah, I will never own a 4K TV. For that reason,
real.
because
The reason you still have a tube in the
like,
back. Yeah,
It's like when they turn the bar lights on.
Yeah.
yeah. It's a lot of that.
We don't
I
need
didn't want to
know
see
each
this
other.
till I wake up in the morning.
Right, we don't need to know each other like
We
that.
have to go back to the joke from 30 Rock, where let's see how she looks in the high def.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say that one movie, I haven't seen it in 4K, but when they upgraded it to 1080, was Harry and the Hendersons. It just looks amazing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Absolutely amazing. And that's because it was all practical,
Yeah.
So like there was no.
I haven't seen Harry and the Hendersons since I was a kid.
It's great. It's still a great movie.
I will take your word for that.
Okay.
If it ever comes up and I see it somewhere, maybe I'll watch it, but I'm not going to I have to go see Harry and the Hendersons.
Put that on the movie list now.
I've seen the porn series about the threesome called Harry and the Hendersons. Is that the
Shock,
same?
are you telling us that you have a lot of porn? Is that what you're saying?
No.
No, he's got a lot of porn from
Just
the
that one.
70s
He
where
has a
everything
lot
is
of that.
Just that one.
A lot
That
of
black
porn.
and white Victorian porn images.
Black and white
collected.
Victoria.
He's very into that.
You're actually not wrong.
I know. I'm not.
That and Art Deco. The Art Deco nudes can be amazing.
All right. Let's see.
Nude historian.
I asked you, you're the hair. Any final thoughts on Deadpool from you?
I think it was a fantastically well done ad for the Honda Odyssey.
Yes, it was.
I want one immediately.
And I like how when they fell back into the Drive Mac,
It looked very
that felt like a
comfortable.
Kia. God. All right. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I did not expect X-23 to show up like that.
Oh yeah, that was quite a twist. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
She was in the
Again,
trailer.
Again, same
again,
actress.
I didn't watch the trailers.
Same actress.
Yeah, same actress. And I was like, oh, fuck. So, yes, good times. I enjoyed that movie thoroughly. I think we should move on.
Much older actress.
It's been years since she's been played the
know.
role.
But and probably not really all that many years as I'm thinking, but just like stature wise, she would look like she was like 6 or something. I'm sure she was older. But,
Yeah.
And then now she's like, an
She's
adult.
She's
That's
an
a
adult.
problematic
Yeah.
phrase.
Although,
What is?
I'm sure she was older.
Oh, well,
Oh.
come at me, bro.
although
No.
I think like many child actors, right? She was probably relatively short of stature
Right.
and as a grown adult, she's still fairly small.
Small. All right. What else do we have? Oh, yeah. The thing that Disney did at San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Which thing am I talking about, Thief?
They announced that they're no longer looking for the killer of Bambi's mother.
I don't think they've been looking for the killer of Bambi's mother for many years.
Oh, those assholes.
I did it.
They're not supposed to close cases on homicides.
The problem was poor forensics collection at the scene.
Well,
It was another time.
yeah, it really was.
I was more so talking about, okay, I need people's opinion on this. So, Robert Downey Jr. is coming back to the MCU
Iron Man, yay!
Yes, that's my opinion.
as Victor Von Doom.
What the fuck?
So,
Cillian Murphy should play Victor Von Doom.
here's my thing. I'm okay with Robert Downey Jr. playing Victor Von Doom.
How?
I'm upset that they announced it.
Well, I mean,
That's why I'm upset. Like, for me, yes, let him. He's a great actor. Let him play Victor Von Doom. Don't announce it. Just let him be behind the mask.
is this a John Krasinski as Richard Reed thing or Reed Richard?
Richard Reed?
Yeah, whatever.
Yes, Reed Richards.
Where they're just gonna bring him in for a second and then kill him and show the real Doom.
You know,
They wouldn't do that.
No, they wouldn't. No.
Because Downey's getting probably like
A lot of
$100 million. Yeah.
Yeah. But here's the thing: what's $100 million to Disney?
Quite a bit.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
The mouse has literal billions.
That's true, but you're not going to throw away $100 million just for shits and giggles.
No, but what they're going to do is throw away $100 million to get Robert Downey Jr. in there for that little bit role, and everybody's going to go to the movie multiple times to see, like, what the fuck?
Well, they need him to reignite the glory days of the MCU.
The glory days.
They also brought the Russo brothers back for the same reason.
They did. But no, again, I'm okay with him playing Victor Von Doom. They should not have announced. They should have brought somebody out and said, here's our Victor Von Doom, but never took the mask off. Just never. And just let us all
I have
wonder.
a question for you. What is the meaning behind all the other Dooms on the stage?
I figured they were just either variants or Doom bots.
What the fuck are Doom bots?
So in the comics, Dr. Doom has robots that are made up to look like him. And he sends those
decoys.
Yeah, decoys. He sends those out into the world a lot of the time.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
That sounds like cheap writing, but okay.
It was a plot that Superman used in the Silver Age comics. He had all these amazing robots created with Kryptonian technology, and when Superman would get exposed to this kryptonite or that kryptonite, and he was incapacitated, his bots would be out there doing the Superman rescues.
See, that I didn't know.
Yeah.
Huh. All right, Shock, what's your opinion of Robert Downey coming back?
I a terrific actor, you know. I need more context. I don't have enough context from him standing on stage and waving the mask around and doing the arms in the air, look at me, I'm triumphant kind of situation. Because that looked a little like a misdirection.
Yeah.
So that's my thing. Is I'm not entirely convinced that he's really portraying that character. Or maybe he's going to portray an actor doing the Victor Von Doom on stage subplot,
like Iron Man 3 with
the Mandarin.
No, like the ice, the boys on ice, Vought on ice.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, I got you. Pariah, any thoughts?
I just hope it's not multiverse stuff.
Oh, it's gonna be till we get past Secret Wars. Everything is multiverse.
Until we get whittled down to Earth 1. So I'm sorry, that's DC.
That's a totally different comic universe.
We have Earth 1 and the 616.
Does the age track to him as like?
No, it's always
how old
Aquarius.
he looks? Ha 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 ha. To about how old he actually looks.
Well, there's so many different stories of Victor Von Doom. Like, there's so many different takes on it, and
technically, with the Robert Downey Jr. reveal as Victor Von Doom, I'm ambivalent to this point.
Okay.
I just need more context.
Okay.
So one of those storylines is that Victor Von Doom is actually an evil Tony Stark that didn't have the change of heart.
That's what I was kind of
from the
thinking out a
multiverse.
little bit.
Yeah.
I'm okay with multiverse stories.
All right,
I'm getting a little weary of them.
I think the
Coliseum.
I think the Coliseum of Kang was a bit of a letdown because it's never coming back.
Well,
It could.
but that was the actor issue with that.
Yeah,
I'm
they
aware.
They could recast that. I would like to see. So the Russo brothers are doing 2 movies. They're doing Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret War.
Yes.
I would like the end of Doomsday to end with the real Doctor Doom of a different multiverse or a different universe killing the Tony Stark Von Doom and saying, this is,
I like that, actually.
like, evil is mine and this is, you're nothing.
I didn't even think about something like that. I would go for that.
And it would be a great way to set up Secret, because then everybody's super fucking hyped. Like, oh shit, like this is going to be a badass Doom, because Doom is a huge villain.
He is.
Like, I don't think you can really.
He's ranked number 4 and number 3, depending on where you look, which I just verified.
Okay.
Who's
number 1?
I didn't look at that.
Oh.
Number 1?
I can figure it out. I'll find that out for you.
18 to 45.
Hold on. Real quick, before she finds out the actual answer, who's your number 1 villain in comics?
In comics, period, or just Marvel?
In comics. Who's your number 1 villain?
I got to go Carnage.
Okay. Shock?
I'm very DC centric, so ultimately, Brainiac. There's been a lot of really good stories about Brainiac and his. It's awfully hard to kill code.
This is true. Pariah, any thoughts on Ultimate Villains in comics?
No.
Okay.
Lawnmower Man.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
And for me, Carnage as well, because
there's no redeeming qualities. Like, he's just a villain.
yeah, that's the kind of villain I like. Is that one that's just like, I'm doing it just because I'm having fun.
And if I'm not mistaken, if I'm remembering this correctly from my 90s comic books, there was a point where he tried to be a Venom, like an anti-hero type of person, and just fucking lost all, like, tried it and was like, no, I'm just killing everybody. Like, there's no point in saving people. Like,
That makes sense. So did you find the...
I did, but I'm noticing that these are not all, like, centered on the same universe kind of thing. Like, there's, Khan is in here. There's some Star Trek
Face the
stuff
mic.
and blah, blah, blah. Sorry. There's some Star Trek stuff in here as well, but they have the Joker. That's number one.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
I can see why Joker would jump.
But
to
keep in
number
mind, number 3's Palpatine from Star Wars, so...
one. No.
Oh, this list is bullshit.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
there was another one. I'm going to go look at that one.
Why'd you look at the bullshit list?
Just to fuck with you.
That is... No. Palpatine being number 3, hell no.
I have a question, having just rewatched Eternals recently. There's a Celestial now on Earth coming out of the ocean.
Yes.
But one thing they've also never addressed is the fact that one of the Celestials stood beside Earth
Yeah.
and looking down on the Eternals.
Yeah. Pull them up to say, hey,
Yeah,
we're having a
but
conversation.
Nobody ever said, hey, who was that big motherfucker that just made us look like ants?
I mean, at this point, they've seen so much. Do they even...
Yes, you would.
I know you would, but...
You absolutely fucking would.
I know we would, but are they doing that?
Yes.
Okay, well, we have to wait for whatever the next actual full-on Marvel movie's going to be.
Also, at the end of Eternals, it says the Eternals will return.
I know. It says that.
But then they said they're not making another Eternals movie, so
Well,
are they just going to show up in, like,
I was about to say, just because it's...
Secret Wars?
I was like, just because they're returning doesn't mean they're having their own movie.
Right.
Let's refer back to the after credit scenes in Black Adam, if you want to go ahead and continue to
That
be
was
disappointed.
a different studio, though.
That whole movie was a disappointment.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson was a disappointment.
I
like
don't
that
know
movie.
that.
No, not him in the movie, him
As
out
a
of the
person.
movie. Yeah, like just constantly talking about there's a new power shift in the DC universe. Like there's like he just like kept hyping and everybody's just like, stop, dude. Like
He was paid a lot of money to say that.
no, he wasn't. That was all on his own.
He couldn't stop bragging.
Yeah, like
yeah.
he wanted to be the next.
The next power shift in the DC universe.
He wanted to be the next Henry Cavill.
Yeah,
That's the problem. Henry Cavill was so beloved as Superman and changed the series and the universe in that aspect, and he wanted to be revered like that, and ultimately he wasn't. So
He was not. Speaking of that, going back to Cavalry.
that's coming.
You think Cavalry's
That's
actually
coming. Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
It's Magneto. Is
Henry
the one on
Cavill
the right
as
one.
Wolverine.
Say it again.
Henry Cavill as Wolverine. You didn't catch that?
Oh yeah, no, I do remember seeing that. Yeah,
Yeah, the one that was working on the motorcycle.
Yes.
And he turned around and was like, oh, Cavalry! Yeah, because that's been a fan casting for a long time.
Oh,
is
I see.
Henry Cavill as Wolverine. He even made the joke and was like, oh, we'll treat you so much better than the guys down the street.
And he also wants to do it.
A bit tall for that character.
Well, so is Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, I was like, so is Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
So
He was 8 inches too tall.
that's why they had that whole, comic accurate Wolverine, short king. That scene just, I died a little bit in the theater. Like, oh.
I did. One of my favorite cameo Wolverines though was the brown and suit.
Oh.
Because that was going back to when I read the Wolverine comics.
Yeah,
Like,
that was intro.
yeah.
Yeah, intro in one of the Hulk comics.
Isn't that the comic where Hulk tears him in half?
They fight in the snow.
I don't know if he tears them in half, but I know that
there is a comic line where he gets
Yeah,
torn in
yeah,
half.
there is one where where Hulk does do that, but I don't think that was that one.
Why didn't we end up with 2 Wolverines? I was just always curious about that. That's the one time he doesn't regenerate with,
So there are currently 2 Wolverines in that one universe.
Okay.
Inside Deadpool, because timeline-wise, Logan is from that universe, but hasn't died yet because that takes place in the future from when Deadpool and Wolverine takes place.
This is true.
I only know this because I watched the video where they broke down like all the timelines and explained how this fits here and why they're there and how he got here and how did he go into the future to dig up Logan. Like all that is, and they explained it now. Because before I was going, yeah, this doesn't make any fucking sense. But one of the 3 Ryan Reynolds rules for Deadpool is it makes sense. We're going to explain it here. 2, it kind of makes sense. 3 is it's a fucking movie. Just enjoy it.
Yes.
Like, stop trying to piece every little thing back to everything it's been made
previously.
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
But they did a really good job with the timeline, actually.
I agree. I enjoyed that.
Well, okay, by the way, spoiler alert, we're going to mention things about Deadpool and Wolverine, so now's a good time to tune away.
That's true.
Man.
What's with this Supernaturals sequel thing that's happening with The Boys?
That's not... It's not a Supernatural sequel.
It is. It's all the original cast coming back to play different characters.
It is one person from Supernatural.
Bullshit.
Who else from Supernatural is it going to be?
It's Jason Ackles.
Yeah, Jensen Ackles.
Whatever his name is. Who gives a shit?
Jensen Ackles. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Anyway, him?
Joe was from that too.
Joe.
Dean the.
Oh yeah. Henry Dean Morgan.
Whatever.
Yeah, played the father. Yeah.
Yeah. There was others. There's others in the cast or around the cast, I should say, that are brought in. I don't know. It's some deal that I heard online.
That's because people do that all the time. That's because Hollywood is small.
No, but it's the creators of The Boys wants to get
Eric Kripke, I think.
Yeah, he wants to get all of the Supernatural cast into his show before they wrap.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But no, they're doing a prequel series based on Soldier Boy, who is Jensen Ackles' character, and
right. And the chick that played the racist, the Nazi,
the Nazi girl. I can't think of her name.
Captain America.
Stormfront.
Thank you. She's like Captain America.
I've mentioned this before.
Blowjob
what was that?
Ever that awful blowjob scene.
Oh, in the
Wait, which one?
From The Boys.
Homelander. There's many horrible
Homelander.
blowjob scenes.
And Stormfront.
And
well, she's like Homelander. In the hospital bed.
But that's not a blowjob. It's a hand job. He's making her give him a hand job.
Yeah.
It's still pitiful and disgusting and gross, but
that was
and she I recognize that actress from a TV series I mentioned before that is amazing, but it's also really dark.
Is it The Expanse?
No. You're the Worst. Was on FX. It's called You're the Worst. It's like 3 seasons.
That sounds familiar, but I don't think I ever saw it.
Yeah, I've watched that.
Really funny dark comedy that gets darker. And at some point, it was a little too dark for my taste, but my god, the fucking first couple of seasons are hilarious.
Wasn't that dark?
She says from the depths of the abyss.
So here's the question, Pariah. How dark is your soul compared to Shock's?
Well, it's more of a pigment, as that color can't be perceived by the human eye.
Okay, so that's why Shock was disturbed and you were not.
I am the void.
No light escapes.
No light escapes?
No.
So are you saying that Pariah is a black hole?
Several.
She's Vanna Black.
Vanna Black.
And they can never be filled.
Never.
Oh, they could be. You just have to negotiate.
It's never enough.
Negotiation is important. So
many tips.
Bringing us back in. So, Shock, thoughts on the prequel?
I'm looking forward to it. I've liked all the stuff from The Boys so far. One of my favorite gags from The Boys involves Soldier Boy, where they're all hanging out at some location, and Huey's hanging out with Soldier Boy, and he's fucking fanboying on him and stuff. And at one point, he walks over because the shield is sitting there by itself, and he goes to pick the shield up, And he realizes that motherfucker's so heavy he can't get it off the floor. And then Soldier Boy just picks it up.
Yeah. That shit's heavy.
Yeah.
He's got super strength.
It's a great visual gag. It's a really good visual gag.
All right. Steve, thoughts?
I'm hopeful. I don't want to get too excited because I don't want it to be just some like Red Skull but with Nazis kind of storyline where it's just kind of dull. But I mean, it's the boys, so it's not gonna be dull. But I just hope it has some good twists and turns that you don't see coming.
It's also a shame to see a character as horrible as Stormfront to get her own show.
Well, I mean, we got that with the last season of The Boys.
No. Last season she wasn't in.
No, but what's her name got her own. No, I started to say CNN.
Oh,
show.
Firecracker.
Firecracker.
Yeah. Pariah, thoughts?
Yeah, that whole firecracker thing was just me going too real, too happening right now.
Let me rephrase it.
Cannot.
Thoughts on the prequel?
Sorry. I don't know, man. I'm a little stuck on reality.
Reality is rough right now.
Well, that's what we're talking about. The Boys. It's reality right now.
No, well, yes and no. We have multiple.
What was it as he said, you deep state cunts?
Yes. I said we have multiple realities happening right now. We have The Boys, and Idiocracy is becoming more and more of a reality.
You know,
Right.
they did set the trend for Crocs.
Oh, God. No. Stop it.
You knew that, didn't you?
When you put it out into the forefront of my mind, yes, I did. But
Well, you know the story behind their choice of that, correct?
yes, because they didn't know how to tie their shoes anymore.
No. It was their director. It was like very low budget, trying to pull it off. And they said, we need shoes for the actors that don't look like they could exist in this universe. And they said they have to be so fucking stupid and ugly that there's no chance that by the time this movie is done that they have become popular. And so they brought a pair of orange-ass fucking Crocs.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and they actually took off. So we're all wearing idiot shoes.
Well, technically, they're boat shoes. They've been around for a long time.
Yes, if they're boat shoes. Are we all on boats right now?
Yeah, exactly.
We're on a huge
Do you
boat
put charms
called
on
Earth.
your boat shoes?
Yeah.
No, you
I
don't.
put charms on everything.
No, you don't.
I'm a Star-Spangled Banner.
Your spangled butthole.
Put charms on that, too.
Star-Spangled Cinnamon Ring.
Pine-scented. Yeah.
I got some more for that stupid little tree on a string.
What happened? What
I
happened to
don't
this
know.
podcast?
I think she just wants to peg me.
She probably does. What's the next topic? Fuck, pegging.
See, I was helping.
You were helping. You were helping indeed.
I just wanted it to smell good.
You want the pegging to smell good? Yeah. So, pegging is on the list of topics because it has officially become, let me rephrase that, pegging in regards to actually having sexual intercourse while wearing a strap-on and fucking somebody is actually in the Oxford English Dictionary now.
Which doesn't mean a motherfucking thing anymore. Because you know what else is in there now?
What?
IYKY.
If you know, you know.
Yes.
Wait, no.
Yes.
No, that's an acronym.
I don't give a fuck. It's in the goddamn dictionary now.
No.
Yes, it is. Look it up.
I don't want to.
Google it.
I don't want to.
Yep. We are 5 minutes away from fucking Tweedledee toilets and shit being in there too, probably. It's not Tweedledee. It's
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo. No, it's not Toodaloo.
For the double toilets where they're back to back?
No, the toilet with the guy.
Skibiddle.
Skididdle. Yeah. Yep. Skibbity-doo. Skibbity
Oh,
toilet.
skibbity toilets? No.
Yep.
No.
That's coming.
Skibbity skibay.
So
Skidoodle.
Sigma.
Hold on real quick. Listeners, you obviously can't see this, but the amount of horror that was just flashing over my face as they were all talking.
He's got the Riz.
He's the Rizzler.
The what?
I have a master's degree in Rizonomics.
I'm sorry.
She
What?
has risen.
No,
I ship it.
wrong letter.
I quit. I'm done with this podcast. This is...
The farewell to Captimus Prime on his last podcast.
Oh. What
He's just saying that because he's into
What has happened to the world?
Stygiophilia.
So
We're not there yet, Steve.
Oh, okay, sorry. I
We're
was just,
not
you
there
don't
yet.
stop going too fast, we'll all peg you.
English
and so
Oxford-
bye guys, we gotta go.
The English
We got shit to do.
Oxford Guide to Pegging.
Well, they've
what
got
about
shit
it?
to do.
I'm sorry, what was that, Shock?
The English Oxford Guide to Pegging. What was it about?
I don't think it's a guide to pegging. No,
Maybe it
I
should
should
be.
start reading the fucking show notes.
I should start thinking about earlier.
Shawshank Redemption.
Yes, that too.
Oh.
No, pegging was actually not an official term in regards to that. What happened was back in the early 2000s, Dan Savage, host of the Savage Lovecast, he put out, somebody asked him, like, hey, why isn't there a term for when a woman is, having sex with a strap-on?
Oh, Fred's brother.
What?
Dan Savage, Fred's brother.
No.
No?
I don't know.
Fred Savage?
No. Stop thee. Anyway, no, one of his listeners asked that question, and so Dan put it out there to his listeners, like, hey, let's make a term for this. And there were a bunch of different terms that were sent in, and there was a vote for it. Pegging won the vote. And he's been pushing that, pun intended, he's been pushing that in to try to get to the into the Oxford English Dictionary for years now.
It should have been pounding because we have sounding for the other side. Sound and pound.
No.
Good old sound and pound coming at you.
No sound and pound. So for the listeners that don't know, what is pegging?
Pegging is when somebody... Does it have to be a strapped on?
Well, it says, according to the Oxford
Oh, there we
English
go.
Dictionary, the noun pegging. You want the verb, though, because it's got several definitions. So it's worth noting that this one's far down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, this is the
of
fifth
definition.
I think it's the fifth definition of pegging.
So what's notable about this is that they're paywalling their definitions.
Yeah, I saw that
kind of
earlier.
bullshit.
I was like, okay, let me look at this actual thing. I was like, oh, what the fuck? I have to pay to see? Shouldn't that just be a thing that people like, oh, hey, here are words so that you're educated?
No, you have to buy dictionaries when you go to the bookstore.
So should healthcare.
Pegging verb.
Yes,
If
Jacques,
you
I
would
agree.
like to look up the term pegging for free, please go to your local library and ask for an Oxford Dictionary.
As long as it's an up-to-date one.
Newest edition.
Yeah, but when's the next edition
I
coming
don't
out?
know. That's a question for a librarian.
It's a question for a librarian. So what we need is a librarian on the podcast?
Yes, please.
No,
That's
Thief,
hot.
we are not delving into your perversions.
So, Captain, what's your definition of pegging?
So the definition of pegging as per that,
Oxford English Dictionary.
yes, is, like I said earlier, and generally a woman taking a strap on and having anal sex with a man.
It has to be
So
anal
it has
sex.
to
It
be
has to be
strap-on?
female to male.
In the butthole.
It's anal.
I know, but women can use strap-ons on women, and it doesn't have to be anginal.
Anginal. No, Shock. Tell us, what is anginal?
That's when your vagina is an asshole.
Sounds more like it's heavenly.
That vagina is
Depends on the grip.
It's angelic.
Angel.
In any event, so women can peg women, and it doesn't have to be anal. So I'm curious if the definition is that specific of female to male anal receiving.
I'm not sure. I would have thought so, but I
Or what
could
if
be
a
wrong.
male wants to use a strap on another male? Not all of us can get our dicks hard.
Things I had
Then we-
not thought about.
Then we explain to him he's wrong. That's not how it's done.
Wow.
Damn it.
Yeah, I had not thought of that. Hey, listeners, if you have any opinions on this, please, by all means, hit us up on FetLife or email us, gothampresspodcast@gmail.com.
Well, non-paywall dictionaries are specifying it as a woman.
Okay.
Okay.
It's an anal sex act in which a woman penetrates a man's anus with a strap-on dildo.
Okay.
Wow.
That's what I always saw.
Yep, that's how I always
Made
thought.
famous by Priscilla Presley.
Wait, what?
Pegzilla.
Yeah.
Things I was not aware of.
Me neither. I'm just making shit up.
God damn it, Thief. Thief, stop it.
They all had peas in them. Priscilla Presley, Peggern.
Peanut butter and bacon sandwich.
No, the bacon threw it off.
This
And the
is-
sandwich part.
Pathetic.
And the butter.
So you just want bacon?
And pegging and Priscilla Presley.
You You want bacon while being pegged by Priscilla Presley.
with peanuts.
If you like butter, you like Brickles better.
Underneath the
Brickles
pine
better,
tree.
butter in a can.
With
You know-
no blanket. When pine needles that are a little dry. They hurt a little bit.
Butter should never be.
Hey, listeners, this is why I have this podcast for all this amazing content that you're
I
getting.
bet you get the fucking show notes out early next month, won't you?
We will find that out. More importantly, something else that's in the next show note is World BDSM Day was apparently last month in July.
Nobody cares anymore. It's August.
Nobody celebrates the old festivals anymore. God damn it.
The old
The
festivals.
old festivals.
Did you ever celebrate that festival?
Yes.
Just unknowingly.
Yeah, that's probably
Because
accurate.
like,
Yes.
I didn't even know that was a thing until I started looking into notes for this episode.
Well, because it hasn't been a thing for very long, right?
Believe
2003?
earlier in like early 2000s it became an actual thing.
So 20 years.
Yeah, 20 years literally.
Our community is almost that old.
This community is 25 years
Oh,
old.
that's right. That's right.
So this community is older than World BDSM Day.
That's right.
If there's any disagreement, we can cut it open and count the rings.
Are we
that's
cutting
true.
open World BDSM Day or the community?
The community.
Shock? Are
Good
you
luck.
okay?
Good luck. Let's see the manifestation of that. Go.
The manifest. No, I don't want to cut you open, Shock.
Oh, wait, I'm not the fucking community. My rings are all fatty now. That's okay.
Visceral rings.
That means you had good weather.
You know how they made a candle out of a hangman's fat? Well, that'd be me.
Wait, what?
That was a what to you, Shock?
He's offering you his tallow
Hocus
from
Pocus.
the bottom of his heart.
The movie?
The movie Hocus Pocus has a scene, and they have a magic candle that's made out of the fat of a hangman.
I did not know this.
Yes.
Because when I think of like
I'm
female
well hung and I'm
empowerment
very
witch
fat,
movies,
so.
I'm all for Witches of Eastwick
Yeah.
and not really down for Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus, the movie where every mom has to answer the question to their 6-year-old, Mom, what's a virgin?
Oh.
Because we all forget it's fucking in there until you play it.
I mean, that's the actual perfect example of a virgin, too. Forget it's in there until it's over.
That was Hyman terrific.
Thank you for that, Thief.
I'm going to hell for it, for
That's
sure.
Have
But
you met everybody else on this podcast?
I kind of get off on that, though, so that's fine.
Literally everybody else on this podcast is doing that. So anyway, I know where you were going, Thief. Real quick, World BDSM Day. Is this something that, should we start like actively paying attention as a community now?
No.
No. Kind of feels like Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like it would do more to accidentally out people that don't want to be outed than it would to celebrate anything.
We
Yeah.
should put a flag in the middle of the table here at the headquarters.
Do you have a flag? No flag, no country.
I have red flags.
I am a red flag.
You are both A-OK. No red flags.
This
Oh, no,
guy-
we both
We
have
have
much.
just figured out what's wrong with his
Like a
evaluative
fucking
skills
Mayday
right
parade.
now. Can't see the red flags
No, we
fucking waving
cannot.
right around right next to him.
Like China and Russia had a fucking baby. Red flags.
Pretty much.
Or maybe I am just the red flag.
I'm not athletic, but try to give me a compliment and you will see me matrix my way out of that shit.
I have seen this happen. I want to know your skills.
For
You do not
matrixing,
need them.
Yes.
she's able to speed up and slow down time as perceived by
You
humankind.
have to perceive in your very depths of your soul that you're worthless. And then it just naturally creates itself.
That's
It's true.
that's
Sad.
yes, that I was looking for a different word, but that word works perfectly.
It's nice to throw sour candy in the void.
No.
We like it there.
Who knew Sour Patch Kids were so fucking
Nope,
good?
not those ones.
All right, Thief.
None
Those
of
are the
them.
ones that go into the void.
Thief, you added this word. Can you pronounce it?
Hell yes, I can. Can I pronounce it correctly? Fuck, I doubt it. Stygiophilia.
Yeah, that's correct.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, what is stygiophilia,
It
Thief?
is a fetish that involves sexual pleasure from the idea of going to hell or facing eternal punishment.
So it's definitely German.
I was going to say it's
Not
definitely.
necessarily.
I was going to say it's definitely Catholic.
I was going to say it could be Catholic, The arousal can stem from the taboo nature of such thoughts. In some instances, stygiophilia ties into the BDSM concept of pleasurable punishment and humiliation. There's little research on the kink, but people who had a particularly religious upbringing where discussions of hell were common in the church, school, or home might be more inclined to enjoy this kink, as their religious background can make introducing the idea of hell into sexual play feel all the more forbidden and sexually thrilling.
Is that why the devil is always portrayed by the sexy men in
Wearing
most
Prada?
media? No, not the devil wears Prada. I was thinking, what's the show? Lucifer?
Lucifer.
didn't watch it.
Great show.
Yeah, I've seen like 1 or 2 episodes, but he's like the quintessential pretty boy. So
The
He
thing
was the most beautiful angel if you're going by Catholicism.
Yeah, and it was supposed to be about pleasure. Like generally, like the human body can experience so much pleasure, and that was like the whole deal.
Now to leap topics. So the TV show Lucifer, right, about how the devil lives in Los Angeles and helps a detective solve crimes, is based on a DC comic series that has nothing to do with those things.
Well,
And the comic series Lucifer it's really good. It's a really good series of stories, and they adapted it into a TV series, and it's a buddy cop show, and it's weird that it's also good.
This is why representation matters. They had no Antichrist in the room while the script was being written.
Yeah.
Diversity, people.
you need your demons.
Isaac Asimov said that his worst fear was that iRobot would be made into a movie where the female lead was the sidekick and the male lead solved all the problems. And that's exactly what they did.
was that actually a thing?
Yeah. The book series by Isaac Asimov, iRobot,
Yeah.
is a Will Smith TV movie.
Yeah, no, I know the movie.
Right. Nothing like the fucking book. Nothing like
I
the
am
fucking
sure
book.
it's
well,
not.
they did the same thing with I Am Legend.
So also, the female lead character, the doctor that he rescues and all that stuff,
Yeah.
she is specifically portrayed in the book as homely because she at one point is tricked by one of the robots that has lied to her and told her that someone she's attracted to is attracted to her. So she starts wearing makeup. And Asimov was absolutely on point that had to be part of the character. And who did they cast for?
Somebody not homely.
Not homely. Right.
I don't even remember.
That's
She wasn't
Hollywood
even the
homely.
main character.
Nope.
I was going to say, I don't even remember who it was. The actress.
Hollywood homely is like Jennifer Garner.
Really?
Yeah, they don't know how to do homely. That's just what they call it.
That's true.
They're like, oh, she's got brown hair and brown eyes. She's homely,
That's
How brave of her.
right?
Right.
that's terrible.
That's them.
So I've leapt off topic. So about stigmata.
Yeah. Stygiophilia.
Stygiophilia.
Also, you said something that sparked a thought as far as what it was like gaining pleasure from, and I just kept thinking the movie with the box.
The Cell?
No.
Porn.
Huh? No, not a porn. The one. Fuck.
Hellraiser?
Thank you. I kept want to say Pinhead, but yeah,
The Box. It's a puzzle box.
puzzle box. It's the box, right?
It's a puzzle box.
It's a puzzle box. Yes,
Not just the box.
that's the only thing I could think of.
Okay.
But yeah, no, that movie, because that's what they kept saying. Is like, hell yeah, you're gonna show you pain and pleasure like you've never
So
known.
the Cenobites aren't
What about Cinnabon?
devils or demons. They come from a place that doesn't have either.
And they smell good at the mall.
So there's no God, there's no
Cenobites.
That's what I said.
devil, there's no heaven, no hell. Their existence is just pleasure in all form.
It's supposed to be very seductive.
Yeah. Like the original Pinhead, as described in the short story that inspired the movie, is they're asexual beings, but have more of a feminine look to them.
Okay,
And then they went with Bradley, I forget his name.
I have no idea.
The main Pinhead, that you imagine when you think
I've
of.
seen the guy. Yeah, I have no
Yeah.
idea who he is. Yeah.
But that was one of the cool things that I thought about the latest remake that they did. I really enjoyed. But
Okay, yeah, I did hear. I'm like, did I even hear about it? Yeah, I did hear about the remake, but I never saw it.
I think it went straight to like HBO Max or something.
Uh,
Maybe not, but I remember watching it. I loved it. But
I still want a Cinnabon.
oh,
and you can get
no.
one after we're done recording.
No, you can't.
Anyway, so about
That's filed
Stygiophilia.
Chapter 11. They no longer exist.
What?
Yeah, Cinnabon is out.
No.
Yeah.
Quit fucking with the Steve.
All of their customers died of coronary failure. So
That's right.
Anyway, Stygiophilia thief.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah.
So
Involves sexual pleasure from the idea of going to hell.
the idea,
So it has nothing really to do with devils or demons.
just the idea of
Or
being so
the
angels.
evil
most
that you're going to go
taboo
to hell.
thing.
That
Yeah.
what I'm doing and how much I'm enjoying it is definitely going to send me to hell.
I hope so, because I'd love to see y'all again.
It's just the thrill of the off limits is really what that's based on.
Isn't that
That's awfully taboo. Yeah.
isn't that just what people? Isn't that what everybody who was raised in a church just thinks anyway, for the most part?
No.
Well, I wasn't raised in a church, but so I don't know.
Well, for those because when I was coming up, when I was young, church every Sunday, Sunday school, and if I was going with my grandmother every Tuesday and Thursday for choir practice and things like
Until
that.
how old?
Until I was 9 or 10.
Okay.
So yeah, quite a few years. But yeah, that's just a thing.
Until you had agency.
Until I had agency, yes. And even here's funny. Even after I had my own agency when I was a teenager, I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to go back to church just to try it out. And then at a certain point, I was like, you know what? This isn't working for me, so I stopped.
I did the same thing. I didn't go weekly or anything, but I would go with my grandma sometimes when I was a child. And then as an adult, I didn't go at all. And then my sister started to get back into it when her marriage was falling apart and asked me if I'd go with her. And I was like, sure, I'll give it a shot. I'd like to believe. I'd love, if I had faith, that'd be great for me. I would love to believe in something greater. But so I went with her, and the first thing the dude says is, we love gay people because we love sinners. And I was like,
Wait,
I'm fucking
what?
out. Yeah, I was like, I'm done. Bye.
That is not how you do that.
That was at the Valley Bible Fellowship too, the big.
That's the one I was a
Yep.
brief member of as well.
So
I just got done with the junior high youth group where the youth pastor was found to have engaged in a very deep relationship with a
With a youth.
13-year-old.
oh,
With a youth.
And,
Yeah.
it wasn't me, so that's sad.
I always felt like grown adults, grown men that are really attracted to youth-based things, I've always found that suspicious. Just why are you here? Why are you here with all these kids, pal?
For the candy and free puppies?
So just a real quick aside, just from that statement you just made, Shock. So while watching the new Batman, Caped Crusader on Prime,
Yes.
there is a scene where Bruce Wayne is looking for
spoiler alert.
for some missing kids, and he thinks he sees them, so he goes chasing after them, and he breaks through this wall trying to get to them.
Yeah.
And when he does, these other people they're like, "What are you doing?" It's like, "Oh, I'm looking for these two little girls," and then they're all just like, "What?" It's like, "No, I'm trying to help them." "Sure you are, buddy," and they beat the shit out of him for that. It's like, ways to phrase things.
Exactly.
Yes, you don't say, "I'm just looking for two little girls." That's
So, out of curiosity, on the actual topic of stygiophilia,
Stygiophilia.
is this a thing we believe we've seen in practice amongst our peers?
I don't know that I have.
I haven't.
I the whole nurse, or not nurse, but the
Priest.
Priest
nun and priest, fetishing thing. I've seen that, but I think this is more of a personal thing.
But they have to believe they are going to hell.
I
because of what
would
they're
think that'd be a
doing.
requirement of it is, oh my God, I know I'm going to hell for this, but I'm going to do it anyway, and actually sincerely believe that. I feel like that would have to be part and parcel.
Yeah,
That
and I feel
seems
like that
dangerous.
probably be kept.
Well, I don't know about dangerous per se, but it seems like that would have to be ingrained in you, this absolute belief of hell and of the monitoring system of heaven, watching your every move for collecting your sins and using them against you on Judgment Day.
Oh, it would. If you had that though, it would be so amazing to masturbate.
Yeah,
Knowing that
VHS.
God's watching.
Yeah, VHS.
Like
yeah.
God sees everything, and so that would be, you would get off to that. That would be helping.
You only get Blu-ray if you're born after 87.
You wouldn't even need any visual.
For a second, I thought you were going to say you only get blue balls.
Blue balls don't exist, Captain. It's not a thing.
As I look at Shock, asking me if he has blue balls. Shock, I have no idea if you have blue balls, buddy. That's not my thing.
Sometimes I will spray silver on my balls and say, "Witness me," before doing something amazing.
You'll spray what? You'll spray what?
I'm not
I
repeating
told
myself
you
just because you were busy showing
that was
everybody your phone.
private between you and I.
Don't worry.
Oh.
I'll hear it on the edit.
Oh.
And I did that so I could huff them.
Does he say witness me?
Mm-hmm. Sometimes.
But it's huff, huff, splash.
Huff, huff, splash. Huff, huff, splash.
Is that where you huff the paint and then you dip your balls in the paint?
Sort of.
Okay.
Is this a Mad Max thing? You dip them in and you say, witness me! As you're showing them off to everybody?
No. Why would Mad Max have anything to do with
Do you use them like an ink stamp? Dip, 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 dip.
No, because it wouldn't be uniform.
That's how he painted me as one of the 101 Dalmatians for my Halloween costume.
So are you one of his painted ladies? Okay, you know what?
I went as Pongo, so probably not.
All right, we're getting really off the rails. Let's do this. Let's get some final thoughts going on. Shock, final thoughts?
I'm looking forward to watching more episodes of Batman, Cape Crusader on Prime.
We can talk about it next episode.
Which we will talk about next episode.
Do you hear that, listeners?
Well,
Shock,
maybe.
Shock wants to be on next episode.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah, I want to be on the next episode. And then Deadpool and Wolverine, couldn't recommend it enough. Just a delight. An absolute curse-filled delight. Looking forward to The Boys. Next sequel, probably all the sequels for a while.
The prequel and then Gen Z.
Yes.
Gen Z.
Probably will
Gen
be
V season 2.
Gen V sequel before the prequel. I would imagine.
Gen V season 2 is supposed to come out first, and then I think season 5 of The Boys is supposed to be the last one, and then the prequel series.
Looking forward to The Boys related stuff.
All The Boys related. So Shock's looking for The Boys.
Always looking for The Boys. Like any good priest.
Hey, Thief, final thoughts for you?
Final thoughts for me would be stop attacking women and start attacking rapists.
I agree. Pariah?
Still thinking about which Dalmatian I'm going to go as next Halloween. Had a great time with y'all.
Do you know the name of all 101 Dalmatians?
Well, there's little Spotty and Sticky and Stubby and
Sparky.
And sleepy and nosy and
then there's
Rudolph.
that one that like always gets a random inappropriate dog boner, so we call him Boney.
No. We call him Naughty.
Nope.
You're welcome, Cap.
You should be saying she's welcome.
It's the new sex toy that Shock is coming out with, Dog Knot.
so what I'm hearing is there's going to be 2 nut-a-lots a month.
No.
He
None
will
of
be
that.
knotting a lot.
There's the original Not a Lot, and there's the new and improved Not a Lot.
No.
The new and improved lots of knots.
Oh, there we go.
And
I'll
with
get
that,
the garden hose ready to get them separated.
oh fuck! I didn't get my final thoughts. Final thoughts. No to nodding like that. Deadpool and Wolverine was great. There's other stuff. Listen to the episode again if you really want to know my thoughts. They were in there somewhere. Hey, everybody.
You're all going to hell.
That too. But anyway, see you there. Have a great time. With that, we are out.
Goodbye. Fuck, I'm turned on.